That shit
don't necessarily impact you all in the
Shit. Anyways, let's go ahead. Last topic of the show. Let's go ahead. I saw Bleacher Report had the whole timeline going crazy with that trash list they dropped, where they had a player, kind of their own lineups for every single decade. I only want to do 3 decades. I do want to do the 90s because I feel like we all might have different answers for the 90s.
No, we not.
I disagree. I don't know about that. I think we all might have different answers for the 90s. And so I want to do 90s, 2000s, 2010s. Who are your all-time lineups of the 90s, the 2000s, and 2010s? Let's go ahead. Let's start with the 90s. Eric, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay. 90s, are we building a lineup that we're trying to compete, or we just put in the best player? Like, are we just doing?
I mean, it's up. Well, I would say I think their list was more like an all-time list, or like who they would start out of the best players.
So it's not like we're trying to like.
I'll say it this way: when I made my list, I used the best players, but I used the best players by guard, forward, and center, rather than essentially like taking who I thought were the best 5 players in that decade. If that makes sense. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? So I'll name mine. So my 90s lineup is I got Peyton at the point guard, I got Jordan at the 2, Pip at the 3, Rodman at the 4, and I got Shaq at the 5. And if you want to argue Grant Hill, I'm not mad at it. Pre-injury Grant Hill. Because Grant Hill was cold as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really argue with most of those spots. I want to show some love to Hakeem Olajuwon.
Okay.
I mean, I know he was kind of past his prime towards the end of the 90s, and Shaq kind of dominated once he got, 95 and on. But, I mean, you look at the numbers that he put up, and, obviously the 2 back-to-back championships, dominated Robinson in the playoffs in 94, and 95, obviously, took out Patrick Ewing. Or no, it's the reverse. I mean, I don't know. He was just. I think Olajuwon is like one of the most underrated players. I saw ESPN did their like top 74 guys today, and I think he was like 20th of all time, like of the top 74 NBA players. I think he was like 20th or maybe 25th or something. I think he's better than that. I mean,
I think he's top. I think top 15.
Yeah, like I think he's. I mean, I know he's one of the best defensive players of all time. But like, I think that his supporting cast in the 90s, especially those, a lot of those teams in the early 90s, like he didn't have anyone around him. They finally got some decent guys around him in the mid 90s, and he won 2 championships, even though he was past his prime. I mean, not past his prime, but like in his 30s. So I don't know. I mean, Shaq versus Olajuwon, I think is a pretty good conversation.
I'm a Shaq fan, so I'm going to always choose Shaq over Hakeem, just because I'm a Shaq fan.
I mean, Shaq at his best is probably the most dominant, offensive player in terms of like you can't stop him. You can't stop him. Like,
but actually, the funny thing is, I'm a non-Lakers Shaq fan though. I don't like I like Shaq, but I don't like none of the time when he was playing with the Lakers.
Yeah,
I like pre-3-piece Shaq.
Yeah,
I like Magic Shaq and I like post Lakers Shaq. Other than that, I don't like Lakers Shaq.
Yeah,
I like pre-3-P Lakers Shaq.
Eric? Yes, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm trying to debate the Olajuwon versus Shaq. I'm going to put Olajuwon. Just be different. We got to show some love to Hakeem. I agree with Jordan. I agree with Pippen. Point guard, Peyton is a good one. Stockton's another good one, just for like the longevity and the dominance that he had. I think Charles Barkley, Rodman versus Barkley is a good one.
Damn, I forgot about Chuck. About Chuck, but I got enough people to take shots on my team. I need a defender.
That's true.
That's why I picked Rodman.
So if you're building like a cohesive like starting 5, you probably don't want Chuck in that one. But if I put Chuck next to Hakeem, that's a you get the defense in Hakeem, and then you got Chuck doing that offensive load. So I might go with Stockton, MJ, Pippen, Chuck, and Olajuwon, I think.
All right, Pavi, who you got for the 90s?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna be a little bit different than you guys. I'm gonna actually go with Penny Hardaway at guard.
I like that.
Michael Jordan. I'm not gonna go differently with Michael Jordan. I'm gonna go with Michael Jordan. I'm gonna go with Grant Hill. I'm gonna go with Rodman, and I'm gonna go with Mutombo at the 5.
Really?
I'm gonna go with Mutombo at the 5. I think he's 3-time defense player.
But I feel you.
Nah, he's a 3-time defense player of the year in the. Yeah, 3-time defense player of the year in the 90s. I'm going with Mutombo. I think we had the best defensive lineup, and if we need to score, we got guys who can score. We got Jordan and we got Hardaway. How you gonna score on us?
That's a pretty good case. I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. So let's go ahead. Let's move on and let's talk about the 2000s. Who's your all lineup of the 2000s, Eric?
All right. So I got Kobe. I'll put Kobe in there. I'm gonna put. You see, Shaq also had a dominant 2000s too. But I'm gonna go with Duncan. Well, it depends. Actually, I'm gonna do Duncan at the 4 and Shaq at the 5. I think that's. Yeah. I think that they played. Duncan played enough power forward.
You can.
Point guard. I'll do LeBron at the 3. Point guard. I'm thinking. Nash, CP3, AI. I want some ball. I want Nash. I think Nash is space. I think Paul. CP3. I might. You can maybe pick him for the 2010s. I think Nash. He had 2 MVPs. Obviously. Obviously, I don't think they were both particularly warranted. But
I do.
Really?
Yes, I'm a Steve Nash actor.
Dude, I'm a big Nash fan. The 7 seconds for Love Suns, those are my teams. But
I don't think Shaq deserved it. Shaq was only averaging 20 and 10. It wasn't like it was some crazy Shaq year.
Shaq is wild for even thinking that he deserved that award. The first one was. The second one. The second one, I think Kobe should have won it. The first one, it was Steve Nash award, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nash. So what is it? Nash, Kobe, LeBron, Duncan, Shaq.
Yep, I got the same lineup. I literally wrote down the same lineup, so I like your picks.
I kind of feel bad for not having mentioned Dirk, but I'll mention Dirk as an honorable mention.
I mean, Dirk is honorable mention, but he ain't Tim Duncan, and he ain't Shaq, and he ain't LeBron.
Yeah.
And he ain't KD.
I mean,
although 2000s KD, I mean, give me 2010s KD.
Yeah.
But Pavi, go ahead.
Since y'all going with what y'all going with, give me CP3.
We're losing it. We're losing that game. I mean, y'all losing that game.
Give me CP3. Then give me D Wade. Give me D Wade. Give me.
You just want to be a contrarian?
Yeah.
Y'all picked everybody. I want to pick the same people y'all picked.
We about who the best lineup. You don't pick Kobe in the 2000s? I love D Wade, my favorite player of all time, but hell no.
Okay, give me CP3. Give me Kobe Bryant. Give me LeBron James. Then at the 4, give me at the 4. Yeah, give me Tim Duncan, give me Shaq. No. Give me KG and give me Duncan.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. That's not a bad. Yeah. That's not a bad pick. I'm not mad at that.
I think KG's underrated.
Is he under? I think he's only underrated because he did it to himself. Because he played too long, and now people gonna look at his stats and be like, "Oh, he averaged 15 points, and I'm gonna have to slap the shit out of my kid."
Those Timberwolves years, they didn't put anything around him. Like anything, I mean, he get the conference finals in 2004, he was dominant, and they had Cassell and a couple guys. But most of the time in Minnesota, he was just standing around doing what the hell's going on around me.
He definitely did the best of what he could.
Yeah,
he would have had to play literally perfect, and I mean legitimately. They as a team would have had to play perfect, literally perfect for them to win a lot of them series. And then Latrell Sprewell said, "What, $20 million can't feed my family?"
Yeah.
And it was over with.
It was over.
Give me $20 million. Give me $20 million. We eating a lot. But all right, 2010s. Who's your lineup, Eric? Who you got?
All right. 2010s. Do I have to pick big men now?
Pick whoever you want to.
Because big men aren't a thing anymore.
Pick whoever you want to.
All right. I'm going to pick, let's see, Curry, Harden, LeBron, obviously, KD, and my 5th slot. I'm going to go with Kawhi, I think. I'm going to go with Kawhi. So what do I have? Curry, Harden, LeBron, KD, and Kawhi.
All right, I'm not mad at that.
Give me D Rose, give me Harden, give me at the obviously give me LeBron at the 3, give me Kawhi, and then give me Anthony Davis.
All right, for me, give me Steph Curry, give me D Rose, give me LeBron, give me KD, and give me Giannis. That's my 5.
Oh, shit.
That's my 5. Giannis got an MVP. Giannis got an MVP in the 2010s, so I'm sticking with Giannis.
That's true.
I'm sticking with Giannis over AD.
Let me take off AD and put Giannis there. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.